Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you the 2019 Major League Soccer regular season finale. And what a finale it is, or hopefully it will be, because we are playing the Philadelphia Union in a game that is going to make or break our playoff hopes and dreams. Let's take a look at the competitions. We're sitting in 5th place in the Eastern Conference with 46 points. We got 13 wins, 7 draws, 13 losses. Only a mere +3 goal differential. We're tied with DC United. We're 1 point ahead of Toronto FC, 1 point ahead of Atlanta United. So our hold on the playoffs is tenuous at best, because these other teams can jump up and get us. Let's take a look at who's playing who and what's playing what. Atlanta United is playing NYC. NYC FC has not had a good season. Atlanta United is probably going to be the favorites in that game, so they possibly have 3 points in their pocket right there. And if they get 3 points, it's all over for us unless we win. So, right there is enough to say, hey, we gotta win this game. Now, there is also the DC United. If they lose and Toronto FC loses, then that's possible we could sneak in 6th place. Let's see who DC United is playing. They're playing Chicago. Chicago's got the same record as NYC FC. They've also had a kind of a poor season. So we got to think DC United's going to be favored in that game. The only team that's not favored is Toronto. They're going to be playing New England, who are, up here in 4th place with 50 points. So you got to think that 2 out of the 3 teams below us are going to win, which means we need to win today against Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is up here in the 3rd position with 52 points. Honestly, I don't know how they're doing it, because they're not a great team. Look at Philadelphia. The problem I have with Philadelphia is they only have 17 players on their whole squad, which makes no sense. Why a major league? You have to have a minimum team of 15. They're 2 players over the minimum. It's ridiculous. Now they're paying a lot of money right now in goalkeepers, and I don't understand. They've got Kenneth Vermeer, 33-year-old Dutch goalkeeper, $4.55 million. They're paying this guy, but they also have Andre Blake sitting on the bench. What is up with this 28-year-old Jamaican goalkeeper, who's one of the best goalkeepers in MLS? Why you would go out and get a DP of this quality to replace Andre Blake, who's already high quality? I don't know. I mean, Andre Blake is wanted by Pumas. Why not just sell him to the Pumas and, free up some salary cap? I don't get what Philadelphia's Union is doing, but I guess I don't have to get it because they're winning. They got 17 players, and apparently that's all they need. CJ Sapong is injured. So do they have only 16 players? Anyway, it's not really our problem, but it just fascinates me how a team could have this few of players and still be so good. It breaks all of my rules, I'll tell you that. But anyway, enough about Philadelphia. Let's get to the game, because normally for the final game of the season, I like to go over the stats and all that stuff, but I don't think we'll do that until after this game, because this game could be the final game of the year if we don't make the playoffs. So we can go over the stats then. Let's first get this game out of the way and figure out if we're going to be in the playoffs or not. So we're going to go with the standard trusty 4-2-4. I don't know if it's actually that standard and that trusty, but it's what we know best, as you can see by all the partnerships here. So it's what we're going with. Hand that over to the assistant coach. If we fail to make the playoffs, this will be just a horrific end to the season. I didn't show you the schedule in depth, but we have lost a lot of games at the end of the season. We've really sort of choked it up at the end, and I don't really understand how or why. It's just we stopped playing well for some reason. It has something to do with the international break. We had a lot of our players out on international duty right at the end of the season. But still, it doesn't explain some of these games. Some of these games were just bad, really bad losses, especially when you look at our very last game against LA Galaxy. We lost 5-1. I mean, that's terrible. The other games, we had 1-goal losses, basically. 3-2 to Houston, 2-1 to the Red Bulls, 2-1 to Columbus, 1-0 to New England. So we're having some close games, but it's just, not the way we were playing earlier in the season. You look at all these games earlier in the season, we were getting lots of shutouts, playing good defense, scoring some goals, doing some good stuff. The one exception to that was kind of our last game versus Philadelphia, where we did get a victory, but it was an insanity 5-4 game versus Philadelphia. It was just back and forth and back and forth. You look, we scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, and they threw in a goal in the second minute. So in the 3 goals in the first 5 minutes of the game, and Jackson Amell had a hat trick. David Akam with a couple of goals. So it was just score fest, which we hadn't really had many of those this season because our defense had been holding together. But now suddenly just our offense hasn't been able to keep up with the opposition. I'm not sure what's going on. So anyway, we're going to try to correct those things. Giglio is not quite fit, but that's fine. He's not playing anyway. I'm going to get to our match preview. Philadelphia is 2-1 favorites. They're 3rd in the league. We're 5th in the league. They're coming in strong right now with 3 wins and no losses in their last 5. Meanwhile, we've got 4 losses and a draw in our last 5. It's just been horrific. Oh, also, Mancosu is out basically for the rest of the season. Sports hernia, 3 to 4 weeks. We might not last that long, so I had been saving Mancosu all this time to, get to the end of the season, and he gets injured right at the end of the season. So what are you going to do? Anyway, they've got Sapong is out. Gonzalez is out. Espinoza is doubtful, so they might be playing some scrubs on their team. I don't know. Let's take a look at the team selection here. On the bench, we're going to go with Dupuis, Petrasso, moving Yaya Toure back to the bench. Watts, Taylor, Duverne, and Crapeau on the bench. What's Philadelphia up to these days? I mean, they've got Andre Blake on the bench. Holy cow. So they do have 1 scrub on the bench. Al Newton, looks like. Vermeer, looks like they're going to have a full starting 11, so I guess that's good. Probably going with the 4-1-2-3. But I don't know. Pretty low on players. I mean, I guess all you need is 16 players. No, you need 18, right? 11 plus 7 is 18, so they're going to have scrubs on the bench no matter what they do. And here we go. They do have Vermeer in goal. They're pretty much going with that. They've got Chanot, Romney, Yarrow. Looks like Yarrow's going to come forward at sort of a wingback role. Kawasi, Bedoya, Caldwell. Suevas. Christian Suevas from Chile. He looks pretty good. And then Akam and Pico up top. So they do have a very formidable starting 11. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's just if any of these guys get injured or go down, they're going to have troubles. Meanwhile, we're going back with Lutweiler in goal. Tran and Salmon at the fullbacks. Giguere and Cabrera at central defense. Piet, Andre, Vargas, and Mane out on the wings. Jackson Amell and Kyle Larin up top. Our 2 leading goal scorers up top. What do they got? What are their stats here? Hello, Jackson. Hello, come in. 10 goals for Jackson Amell and 10 goals as well for Kyle Larin. Possibly? Probably? Yes, both of them with 10 goals. Okay. Pep talk. This is for all the marbles. If we win here, we secure a playoff spot. Let's be passionate. A win. Let's see. The win could secure a playoff spot. Let's go. Nobody cares. All right. Assistant. Pep talk. Get out of here. All right. Opposition instructions. Let's see what Wilfred has to say. Close down on lots of people. We're going to go with Pico. Close down on him for sure. I guess Suavis. They don't want us closing down on David Akam for some reason, but I'm going to ignore that and close down on him. And then Yarrow, right? Yeah. Yarrow looks like he's coming forward, so we're going to close down on him too. Close down on everybody. Get out of here. Okay, Stuart Hernandez from USA Today approaches you in the tunnel. This could be the last time we see Carl Salmon Cabrera Toure. Okay. Do you have any special plans to give them an appropriate send-off? I don't think it's the time or place for that. Get out of here. So here we are. We are at Philadelphia. Packed house for the final game of the season. And here we are. Kickoff in our away whites with the stripy socks. And let's go. Let's stop David Akam. That would be nice. Good job. Good job. Tran hasn't got a lot of play this year, but he's a solid guy. He's a veteran now for us. 24 years old. Yeah. So he's okay. He's pretty good. Here we go. Throw in. There's Tran. Speak of the devil. Gets it to Jackson. He's tackled by Yarrow. No call, but David Akam brings it downfield. Pico. There's Tran trying to catch up. He does. He finally does catch up, but Pico crosses it to nobody. Salmon. That was a risky move, my man. Back out wide to Akam. Piet is there defensively, but Bedoya has it midfield. Everybody's covered. He's got nowhere to go. Suaves gets it to Pico. Good stop, Lutweiler. All right, let's not let that happen too many more times. Ah, boy. So I really don't know how the game got so out of control last time we played Philadelphia. How it became 5-4, I don't know. We just both went on attack, and neither one of us cared for defense at all. Here's Bedoya. Free kick just outside the box. Drops it off to Akam. Offside. All right, there's the little guy. Little flag man. Offside. The linesman. Good job. Okay, we got another highlight right off the bat. Lutweiler gets it down to Jackson, who misses. David Akam again. Caldwell, Pico. There's their fullback streaking down the far side. Double. There's Akam getting forward. Nope, Giguere has it. Good man, Giguere. He's come a long way, I tell you what. The young Canadian international player. He's become one of our top defenders. One of the top defenders in the league, I think. Oh, there's Kyle Larin behind the defense. This is it. There we go, boys. This is the way we should be playing. You know, we've been a very strong offensive team all season until the end of the season for some reason. And here we go. Vargas gets it up to Jackson. I think Jackson Amell has been the missing piece. I mean, look at that pass. That's a striker making that pass. Striker to striker. He's been injured for the last few weeks, and I guess it kind of coincides with our drop in form. So it's odd that one guy, one target man can make all that difference, but I guess he can when he makes plays like that. And then Kyle Larin, having only 10 goals this season, 11 now, but having only 10, that's sort of 10 less than I was hoping to get out of him. I was hoping for him to get around 20 goals this season, so that hasn't helped out. But still, here is Caldwell out wide to Akam. Oh, good defense by Piet, but he couldn't win it. Pico with a shot. Lutweiler was forced to get a hand on that. They're going to get a corner out of it. Jaguar heads it up. Vargas chases it down, and there's the end of the highlight. That's fine. Everybody's got pretty much average ratings except for Laren with that goal and a 7.2 rating. But other than that, the two teams are pretty equal. 25 minutes down. Lots of yellow cards all of a sudden. Salmon and Piet. Oh, I don't really want to sub either one of them out. Maybe Salmon. You know, we have a very capable backup for him in Duverne. No problem there. I mean, Duverne is technically a better player. Uh-oh, here we go. Kyle Laren drops it back to Piet. Piet to Andre. Why is the crowd yelling like that? I don't know. They're doing the Olay stuff. Here's Jackson. Back pass to Vargas. Look at him go. Oh, bad shot. But again, it's that man, Jackson Amell, making a great play. Little back heel to Vargas. All right, here we go. Throw in Yarrow for Philadelphia. Intercepted. Is that Piet? It is. Piet's playing a heck of a game, too. Gets it up to Jackson. Looking to make a play. Back to Vargas. Vargas forward to Laren. What a through ball. Laren behind the defense. Wow. Awful goalkeeping right there. He was just out of position. Slow to react. This guy is your designated player? This guy, we've scored 7 goals on Vermeer. Why you're not playing Andre Blake, I don't know. Or maybe that is... No, that's not Blake. I mean, Andre Blake would not get beat by a shot like that. I mean, maybe it was just a really good shot. And the animation was off. I don't know. I mean, Kyle Laren can score on just about anybody. But that just looked pretty bad. And we're up 2-0. So this is how I was hoping we would be playing going into the playoffs. But I guess we haven't had our full team, really. Jackson Amell seems to be the key. I mean, everybody else is back, too. Let's not forget about that. But really, he's the one making all the plays. He just wins that header. Up top to Vargas. Vargas has some space. Looking to make the cross. Sends it to Jackson with the header. Right now, the target man is doing his thing. You know, when we brought in Dupuis down here to replace him, people just weren't respecting Dupuis. They weren't giving him the ball. And he's a pretty respectable player. He's not great or anything, but he's okay. He does his thing. But I don't know. The last month of the season, the team's been ignoring him. There's Jackson winning another header, but this time it goes to Picault, who starts the attack for Philadelphia. Kouassi forward to Caldwell, back to Suevas. There we go. Get out of here. Get out of here with that garbage. Utweiler. Bomb one downfield. 45 minutes, 2 minutes of stoppage time. Jackson gets hung up. Andre, likewise, gets caught in the traffic. This highlight could go either direction at this point. Suevas has it. He tries to reverse the field. David Akam wins it to Picault. That was some great individual play right there. But they're forced to drop it back. Caldwell to Bedoya. They are passing really well. They look determined here. Out wide to Romney, who's now overlapping from the fullback position. They're sending everybody forward, trying to get a goal before half. 1 minute to go. And there goes the 1 minute pretty quickly. And it's halftime. All right, so they made their final push at halftime. They sent both their fullbacks ranging forward. Everybody else in their brother, but they still couldn't score. Salmon lost possession more than anyone else. Salmon won back possession more than anyone else. Let's see, do we have any analysis here? No, no analysis. Now the question is, what do we do at halftime? You know, I was listening again to more FM podcasts. And, you know, this time the Deep Lying podcast. And they were talking about what do you do at halftime if you've got a 2-goal lead. Do you close it down? Do you continue what you're doing? And really, I don't think any consensus was reached, unfortunately. Nothing that can help us here. I don't know that many of them would stay on the attack, but there's always some people out there in the FM community that would back me up on this to say, just do what you're doing if it's successful. You know, I think the one thing we can't do is take out Jackson Amell. And then that means we kind of have to leave in Kyle Larin as well. So I think the only thing we'll do here is like some personnel moves, really. Salmon, he's got the captain's armband and he's playing okay. He's got that yellow card, so we'll bring in Duverne. We're going to leave Piet in there, not going to bring in Toure or Watts, per se. They both have weaknesses at this point. Like, Piet's weakness right now is the yellow card. But Watts is not match fit. We haven't played him at all this year. And Toure is foot slow. 6 pace. 36 years old. He's winding down. He's going to retire at the end of the season. We got a little bit out of him this year. Take a little break to take a look at Yaya Toure. 25 appearances. That's pretty good. 4 goals, 2 assists, 7.0 rating. So we got some good work out of Yaya Toure this year. Maybe not $10 million worth, but still. In this situation, I don't think we want him in there. Very happy. So this was another thing. What do you say to your guys? I usually say I'm very happy. Keep it going. I don't think I'll change that here. Should I be passionate? Let's be passionate. Very happy. Let's go. Everybody's excited. They want to hear that passion in the voice of their coach. So Duverne comes on for Salmon. Picot has it. Good defense by Cabrera. There's Tran bombing it downfield. Kyle Aaron back to Andre, and we're going to start our attack. This is good. We got the first highlight, sort of. Well, we ended their highlight anyway. So look at our ratings. Jackson Amell at a 6.9. That, I mean, doesn't make sense to me because he's making all the plays, but whatever. Vargas with a 7.3 and an assist. Larin with 2 goals. Everybody else playing pretty well. 7.3 from Gager. 7.2 from Tran. Duverne's come in and already got a 6.8 rating, so we're looking good. Even our goalkeeper has got a 7.1 rating. You don't see that very often. Meanwhile, Romney's not doing so hot. Here we go. Vargas, free kick. Sends it in. Chenot heads it out, but Jackson, that man, is going to track it down again. He's going to send it in. Kawasi wins it, and Picot is going to start the counterattack for Philadelphia. 57 minutes in. Yarrow ranging forward again from the fullback position. Picot out wide. He's got some space. Crosses it. Nobody home except for Duverne. That dude was super offside. Everybody's offside. Get out of here. Where's the whistle? Why weren't they not offside? Who kept them onside? Oh, just barely, and then I guess that doesn't count, I guess. Anyway, all right, they got one back. Who they brought on? They brought on Caldwell. No, they took off Caldwell. They brought on Fernandez. Let's close down on Fernandez. Not going to get sneaky on us. All right, Lutweiler, 59 minutes, sends it down. Vargas loses it to Bedoya. David Acom sends it forward. Suevas, he's covered there. Looks like they're going after Duverne for some reason. Here we go. Jaguar sends one out wide to Manny. It's the first time he's had any sort of interaction so far, any highlights. He does not quite get a highlight there. Andre, though, saves it. Chips it forward to Vargas. Jackson trying to make a play. Piet. Andre. They are playing some tight defense here. Jaguar sends one forward. Loses it to Yarrow. Cabrera sends one downfield. I think we need to retain possession. Let's go back to control, lower tempo. Let's not, no goals here, no goals. Duvern to Laren. Gets it forward. Vargas on the run. He's got Jackson. Jackson down the middle. This looks like I'm smelling a goal here. No, he sends it back post to Mane. Mane chips it back to Vargas, who heads it. Wow. They're toying with the defense there. And again, they ignored our strikers, which I don't like. But our wingers were just toying with them. Vargas right around their defense. That's a wild pass to Mane. Mane back to Vargas for the header. Unbelievable. Far post header, too. Not even near post header. He sends it back the other way. We are going to proceed with our tactical changes, though. Tactical changes. So there we go. We got a 3-1 lead. Let's just, play it cool, play it calm, retain possession. We don't need no more goals. We just need to hold on to the ball, play that four corners offense, and we're looking all right. Okay, they just brought in Chavez. Mike Chavez. 22-year-old American. Nice pace, nice physicals overall. Flair, bravery. He looks like a super draft kid. Probably is, but anyway, he's not that good, but we're gonna close down on him and tightly mark him anyway, just because he's their left winger. All right, 3-1 is more in line with how we should be playing. Here's Suevas to Chavez, the new guy. Back to Suevas. Let's no goals, no whammies. Come on. There's a lot of congestion there in front of the goal, but our defense was able to pull through. It looked like, I think that was Jaguar who got that out of there. 7.3 rating, looking calm for the young Canadian. 21 years old now. His stats are doing nothing but going up. He's still probably a better defensive midfielder, at least physically, than central defender, but he's playing well in central defense. Oh, they just brought on Jeff, old man Jeff. Oh, here's Paco making a run, but Jaguar's going to get back. He's got some nice foot speed, so he can cover. Nice pass out to Vargas to Jackson. Jackson Amel out to Vargas. What's he doing? Gets it to Piet. Andre Laren. Oh, he had Mane making a break for it, but he got tackled. Now here's Philadelphia on the counterattack. Come on, you can stop him. Bedoya. He's got a calm out wide. A calm back post for Chavez. No good. Duvern is there. Good man. But Philadelphia retains possession. They got everybody coming forward now. They got 8 men coming forward. A calm on the back post. Why did the crowd go silent when David Accam scored? It's like they got the crowd sounds backwards. The crowd is just like, they don't care really. David Accam. They're kind of booing. These crowd sounds do not line up with what's going on the field. But they got it back to a 1 goal. Here we go. Here's a new highlight. Cabrera sends it out wide to Vargas. Vargas to Jackson. Get it to Laren. No, he's going to take it himself and score. Jackson Amel has been the man. Assist by Vargas. That's just, again, Vermeer. Why are they paying this guy $4 million when they got Andre Blake, who would never let in half these goals? There's no way that shot beats Andre Blake. So I don't know what's going on with this Vermeer character. That's now 9 goals we've scored against him in 2 games. Chavez for Philadelphia sends it into Fernandez. Piet's going to get there. Piet bombs it downfield. Laren's chasing after it. Suevas has got to figure it out. He's going to bomb it back. The highlight continues. Duverne gets it to Mane. He's going to win a foot race. Laren to Andre. Andre looking around. Gets it forward to Mane. He's going to go around his man. Centers it. Tries to get it back post to Vargas. Piet. Oh, he shot ricochets. 4 minutes of stoppage time. That's all we need, boys. That's all we need. If we could get one more goal, that'd be outstanding. But still, we got a 2-goal lead. 4 minutes to go. Tran, nice play. Andre has it. Now looking to make a play. Out wide to Mane. He's going to go around his man. Drops it to Jackson for the header. Ooh, just over the goal. Just over the goal. All right, boys. Let's play it tight. There's a lot of highlights here. We don't need the highlights. Great pass to Vargas. Jackson has it now. He's going to try to do something. The playmaking target man. Mane to Laren. Laren open to Jackson. Vermeer stopped it, but that was not a confident stop. I'll tell you that. If we had somebody rushing the goal, that would have been our 10th goal against him. Here we go. 94 minutes. There it is. Thank goodness. David Akam, 2 goals. Laren with 2 goals. Vargas a goal. Jackson Amel with a goal. Outstanding game. Their defense played pretty poorly. Especially Romney at fullback. Not looking so good at all. Meanwhile, we played fairly competently. Jaguar played a really good game. Rick Tran. Should have played him more this season, I guess. He came on and played a whale of a game. Piet also outstanding. Mane, Vargas, Laren, like Jackson, of course. Everybody sort of killed it. So, let's give the old pep talk. That was really special. Congratulations. Leave the match. So that secures us our wild card berth. Solid defense foundation for a memorable impact victory. I guess you could call that 4-2 as solid defense. I don't know about that, but it's more solid than Philadelphia, I suppose. Montreal and Atlanta have guaranteed themselves playoff spots. Preki disappointed with result against friendly rival nation. I guess we have a rivalry with Monsieur Preki. Don't know why. I mean, I guess we score lots of goals against his team. Fairly poor relationship. Okay. The Serbian-American. Got a lot of rivalries with coaches, unexpected coaches. Vargas impresses, yes, 9.2 rating, 2 assists and a goal. You were superb with the quality of chances. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right, so let's take a look. The competitions. We finished. Come on now. Come on now. Stages. Eastern Conference. There we go. That didn't take much. Anyway, 5th place in the Eastern Conference. Atlanta United did creep up with 48 points. Meanwhile, DC and Toronto both lost. DC finished with 46 points. So even if we had lost that game, we would have made it into the playoffs. We would have made it into 6th position because we would have beaten out DC United. But still, that was a little too close for comfort. I mean, the way we were cruising in the 3rd quarter of the season, we should have finished much higher. But we just botched it at the end of the season. Anyway, we can take a look at the stats. Finished 8th. That's pretty good in the Supporters' Shield. Supporters' Shield goes to LA Galaxy, the surprise of the league. 34 games. They had 68 points, so that's pretty good. You can't ask for much more than that. 2 points a game on average. Stats-wise, Maxi Rudy leads the league in goals, 22 goals. Elise from Houston with 20. Veron from DC United with 20. That's where I wanted our guys to be, but I guess we spread our goals out a little bit too much. Martinez from Houston, 7.67 rating. That's a heck of an average. Who is this guy? He is their advanced playmaker from Argentina. Good man. Dos Santos with a 7.4. There's Elise again. He's got to be up for player of the year, you would think. Most assists, Giovinco with 14. Milano from Portland with 12. And Lama, that man holding on, FC Dallas. He had a heck of a season last year. In this save, anyway. Not in real life, but in this save, he had a heck of a season. He followed that up with another pretty solid season. Shutouts, Lamson from the LA Galaxy. Again, this kid, 30 years old. I guess he's not a kid, but he's just not that impressive. I mean, he's fine. He's okay. He's getting paid $70,000 a year. $1.1 million is his value. And this guy's the best goalkeeper in the league? I don't think so. But anyway, he's got the record to prove it. Zach Steffen, second, and Tim Malia, third. Most player of the match is Martinez, again from Houston, Santos from the Crew, and Veron from DC United. So, a lot of different players on these stats. A lot of new players have risen up to take command here. Let's look at the team stats. How about that? We'll give a little bit of a sense of how the season went. Houston Dynamo, 75 goals. That's outrageous. That's a lot of friggin' goals. 34 matches, 75 goals. Portland Timber next in line with 59 goals. That's crazy. And our game versus Philadelphia helped us jump up to third place, 57 goals. Tied with Minnesota and Sporting KC. Look at LA Galaxy. Down in 8th place with only 53 goals on the season. You'd think with how much firepower they have offensively that they'd have more goals, but it looks like they won it with defense this year. Only 53 goals for. And obviously they are number one. Oh, that's not goals against. That's most headers. They're number one in headers. Obviously that's why they won the league. We are not on this list. Possession, Houston Dynamo. Scoring all those goals, having a ton of possession. I guess that makes sense. 56% possession on the season. LA Galaxy third. We are not on this list because that is not our style for sure. Most tackles, Orlando City. 79%. 837 tackles on the season. That's pretty good. We are also not on this list. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. Least concessions. LA Galaxy, only 25 goals allowed on the whole season. Columbus, who's also, they won the Eastern Conference. So you look at that. Defense is up there winning championships. And then it's a pretty steep drop-off after those two. New England with 39. Atlanta also with 39. And we are not on this list at all. Toronto FC's up there. Tied for 7th, I guess, 43 goals allowed is still kind of a lot. That's not really much to hang your hat on. Shutouts, LA Galaxy, 20 shutouts on the season. That's outrageous. Columbus Crew next in line with 16. We are also not on this list. So we can't really, I guess we were an offensive team this year. I mean, we did score third in the league in goals. So our defense kind of let us down a little bit this season, I think, is what we can take away from these stats. Not a lot of fouls. Not a lot of passes. Houston, obviously, number 1. LA Galaxy, number 2. Columbus, number 3. So all the top teams are up there in terms of passing percentage. Crosses completed, we're 6th in the league. I guess that's good, 13%. Hitting the target, we're 6th in the league at 41%. Again, that's good, but not really what I like. I like to be closer up here to 45%, where San Jose is. But anyway, it's good enough. Good enough for whatever position we finished in, 8th. In terms of you know, I guess we can go down the checklist at this point just to sort of wrap up the regular season, get ready for the playoffs. So we'll look down here at the academy. Not a lot going on the academy. We haven't had our intake yet. Our intake doesn't happen until basically Christmas. December 25th is usually when it takes place. So we don't have much to talk about here. Van Eck is still our best prospect, but he's getting transferred out. He got bought 2 years ago. Well, didn't get bought. He signed a contract 2 years ago. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Lambert is next. 16-year-old Canadian. 3.5-star potential. Pretty good. Everybody else is just sort of okay. Paco Grande is there. Central defender. 17 years old. He's a guy who played for us on Team Canada, so he actually has a bright future. He might be better than our scouts rate him, so we got to keep an eye on him. Cedric Brune also has played a little bit for us at striker. Not a lot else going on after that. We have another Chevalier, a differently spelled name, so he's not related or anything like that, but keep an eye on him. Oh, and then we also have another player who got bought or who has signed a contract with another team. Zhang Jingyi is going overseas, going back to China, I suppose. Good luck to him. Anyway, that's it for the academy. Not a lot to talk about until December. Finances, we leveled out a little bit. We stuck at $3.9 million. We're currently only spending $17 million, so that helped us level out the payroll after we sold off Teder, or he got bought out from underneath us is more appropriate. But anyway, next season we're going to be spending a lot less money, so money problems shouldn't be there, shouldn't be an issue. Board, we're working on improving the training facilities. That's another thing that dipped into our budget a little bit, so once we get that completed, again, our budget will be back to normal. Job security, we're stable right now. 54%. We'll take a look at the board confidence. They're liking our leadership support, but not as much as usual. Only 76%. Only 40% tactics, transfers. They're just sort of average. They're not really feeling us, honestly. But, you know, we did everything we were supposed to do. Competition performance. Canadian Championship, they should be happy with that. 65%. MLS, they should be happy with that. Minimum expectation is to reach the wild card. The board are pleased. The team is currently on course to win the MLS this season. What? However, we still expect the team to end up reaching the wild card. I think these need to be updated a little bit. Let's do a little continue here and see if we can update these a little bit. Montreal Impact get Philadelphia Union. Yeah. I mean, why not play these guys, right? We've scored 1 million goals against these guys. That'll be a good first round matchup for us, or a good wild card matchup for us. I'm actually pretty happy about that. Let's move forward. Okay, now let's see what the board has to say. 55%. What's the deal? Board confidence, competition performance. Still haven't really updated these. Minimum expectation is to finish top half. The board is pleased that the team achieved top half finish in this supporter shield. Okay, so they recognize that we've achieved top half. So they've given us 54%. How gracious of you. And this one still hasn't been updated. Even though it says we're exceeding expectations, 51%. I don't know. We'll get back to that. Club-wise, we're looking okay. 3-star national reputation. I don't know if that's gone up or not. But anyway, financially, we're still secure. How are we looking here? Jackson Amel has made it onto the favored personnel, along with Romero. Be nice if head coach, if we could get on here. That'd be nice. But anyway, club-wise, is there any news that we missed or anything like that? Vargas impresses, team secures playoff. Nothing else that we haven't seen already. Transfers, of course, nothing has happened. We haven't made any plans for next season yet. We'll talk about that eventually, but I think next season's going to be sort of different than how we've done things recently. And I don't know that it's going to be better, but it's going to be basically, I can't help myself, so we'll talk about that later. Scouting, competitions, we looked at all this stuff. Medical center, we don't really care about that right now. Andre, though, is, at this point, he's still got a week to recover, him and Cabrera, so that shouldn't be an issue. We haven't looked at team dynamics in a while. Locker room atmosphere is average. Leadership support is excellent. Maybe we should have a team meeting going into the playoffs. We've been doing okay. I don't know that. I think as far as the game is going to be concerned, even though we won our last game, we just made the playoffs. The game is probably going to think that we're playing badly because we're in poor form right now. So I want to ensure heads don't drop. Yeah. We haven't played well at all of late. I know I'm not the only one to think that. Players, this is a lot of players. This is like everybody on the team. So that's the sort of overall reaction I was hoping for. Okay, so Crepeau, Hassler. These guys all seem mostly the same. These guys all seem mostly the same. Yaya Toure not feeling too good. And these guys all feel mostly the same. So that talk did nothing. Great. Hooray. But our atmosphere is still average and going down, so that's no good. All right, I guess that's it. Nasco, come on, buddy. Keen to discuss the possibility of going on alone. Let's have Taylor resolve that. There we go. Good job, Taylor. All right. So I guess that's it. I mean, we'll play Philadelphia in the first round of the old playoffs, correct? Yeah, wild card round. Excuse me, not the first round. Wild card round. And that's what we'll do next time. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.